Hello StarCraft fans, it's Falcon Paladin coming to you just today to talk about Patreon a little bit. If you follow me on Facebook or Twitter, or you've watched the end slate at one of my casts recently, you'll notice that I am now signed up for Patreon. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's just a way for people and fans to give monetary support to content creators that they really do love and really want to see them keep going with what they're doing, whether that's being music or art or webcomics or, YouTube casting, for example. I just get a question a lot saying, how can I support you, Falcon? I really love what you do, and this is a great way that you can do it. There's a link, obviously, here in the video at the top right, where you can go check out my Patreon page. I have rewards. At certain levels, I'll go ahead and cast one of your games. If I hit certain goals, I'll do a monthly get-together with fans and subscribers to play free-for-alls and play maybe co-op, other fun things that you guys want to suggest. But that's the general idea here. I mean, you can pledge as little as $1 a month. That'd be very, very useful to me, honestly. All the way up to, $5, $10, $25, $50, whatever you feel like you can do, whatever you want to do, would just be so greatly appreciated. I launched this a couple of days ago. I've gotten a pretty good response so far. Thank you so much to you people who have chosen to give. And again, at the $5 a month level, which honestly is less than you pay Netflix. And what do you watch more of, Netflix or me? Come on. I have like 30, 40 minutes of content a day, every day of the week, 7 days a week. Do you watch that much Netflix? I know that I don't. Anyway, just at $5, I'll give you a quick shout out at the end of all of my videos so you can be famous and say, yeah, I was on Falcon Paladin's channel back when he only had 13,000 subscribers. So how about that? Anyway, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments here. You can also post off to my Patreon page, which I will respond to. I keep an close eye on that as well. Again, you can always follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Sharing my stuff is a good way to support me and get views and get me attention, even if you don't have the money to spare for a Patreon donation right now. Anyway, again, let me know if you have any questions. I really appreciate it. I feel the love from you guys. I love seeing new guys come to the channel, new guys and girls come to the channel. And it's good to talk with you and see people come from all over the world, from France, from Germany, from Australia. Got some fans down there, England, Canada, South America. I mean, it's pretty much crazy how much support I have from all over the globe, and I'm really grateful for it and thankful for it every day. So, all right, that's just a quick video. Again, enjoy the cast today, and that's it from me. This is Falcon Paladin signing off, and until next time, you take care of yourself. Hello StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Polt and PtitDrogo on Galactic Process, the latter edition. This is from Dreamhack Open Montreal. That wrapped up a couple of weeks ago now as part of WCS Summer 2016. And let's go ahead and introduce these players. In the top right side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player from My Insanity. It is PtitDrogo. And in the bottom left side of the map, we have the red Terran player from Team Envy. It is Polt. Alright, so a PvT for you guys on Galactic Process, the latter edition. I don't think we've seen a PvT on this map yet. We've seen some ZVPs and some TVZs for sure, but PvT I don't think we have experienced. It just means that the different attack paths aren't as important. I mean, Zerg loves to have different ways to get in there with Lings, knocking down this destructible, knocking down these rocks, knocking down these rocks, and then just flooding with Ling, something that they enjoy. Terran players against Zerg like to do the same thing. But TVP doesn't tend to be as harassment-oriented. I mean, yes, Terran's going to do a lot of dropping, and yes, Protoss is going to try to do some Warp Prism stuff, but the different angles of attack I don't feel like are as important in this particular matchup. I could be wrong. We could see Polt doing multi-prong stuff all over the place today, but as it stands, I think our safe money is on that not being the case. And actually, Polt not going for the Reaper Expand. Every time I see him in the situation where he goes barracks, and I just think it's gonna be a Reaper, but it's not. It is definitely not. So Polt is going for the reactor instead. He wants his Marine count to be high. A Gateway Expand up here for PtitDrogo as well. Putting his Cybercore back here, which seems odd. Seems like it's an easy place for Polt to drop and snipe that down with some Marines, but PtitDrogo is a much better player at StarCraft 2 than I am. I will go ahead and acquiesce to his knowledge and watch. Oh, it is going to be a Reaper. Is this double pumping Reapers or is this just one? Polt. I had a suggestion if there's two, but if there's just one, I got to pull up the Reaper list. I had it, and then I was like, oh, it's going to be Marines. And then he made a single Reaper out of a reactor Barracks. All right, hang on. Da, 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 da. Notes. Notes. There you are. Falcon Paladin notes. And a list of names. Okay, this works. This is Reaper Bart. Hello, Reaper Bart. Meanwhile, there's an engineering bay block over here. That's super annoying by Polt. And Reaper Bart is heading on out here. I believe, if we had this name before, I don't know. That was a big jump by Bart. He ate his Wheaties this morning. PtitDrogo is working on a Stargate back home too, so if an Oracle shows up, Reaper Bart is dead. And that's the thing. If you go Reactor before Reaper, it just means the Reaper's super late. And I guess maybe you're playing mind games with PtitDrogo here. But Reaper comes right on in. Bart going for them kills. Can he get it? Gets the probe kill. Can he get another probe kill? He's trying. The Adept shows up. He gets 2 probe kills. Adept can't quite get those additional shots off necessary. Nicely done, Bart. Very proud of you that way. Hopping on down and then healing up with them combat drugs. Combat drugs are there. Mothership core trying to knock down this engineering bay because look at how it messes up the pathing of these probes. So annoying. Reaper checking for a quick third nexus. There's not one there from PtitDrogo. Really too busy knocking out this engineering bay to worry about anything else. And there it goes with the cancel by Polt at the last second, refunding 94 of those minerals. Oracle coming up from PtitDrogo. Has this been scouted yet? It did get scouted. Was that a scan? I don't think Bart saw that. I think that was a scan. Anyway, the Oracle is heading on out here, trying to see what it can see. Does it want to stop and kill this Reaper? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. The Adept's chasing this Reaper down, but Adepts can hop down ledges, and Reapers can hop down ledges, and Adepts cannot. So, obvious and incredible advantage to the Reaper there. Oracle coming on down, double pumping Marines, but I don't see any yet. Holy smokes. There's a Widow Mine, though. Widow Mine in that mineral field. And a lot of Marines in that mineral field, so, or in that mineral line. Let's see. The Oracle's very smart by PtitDrogo, recognizing, all right, I'll toss down a Revelation. That's going to have to be good enough. And the Oracle decides to head on back home. I mean, saw the factory, said, all right, there's nothing visibly defending this. There's no missile turret. There's no Marines. There has to be a Widow Mine. And I don't want to have to deal with a Widow Mine, so the Oracle decides to back on out. There's a pair. There are a pair of Widow Mines here, and a third Nexus on the way for PtitDrogo. So now the question is, can Polt punish this? Polt is getting a missile turret for defense in that natural mineral line. 2 Oracles coming in now. I mean, I guess if one of them gets wiped out by an Oracle, or by a Widow Mine, then it's not going to be as big of a deal. Meanwhile, something up here just died. What the heck was that? Was that Bart? Bart? Did you just die? It is Bart. So Bart has 3 kills. That's not bad. 3 probe kills. Gets surrounded by probes, Adepts, and Mothership Core kill it. Alright. I can live with that if I'm a fan of Bart. I'm going to give him a passing grade. I don't know. Did he scout this? He scouted that too. 3 probe kills. We'll put him in the Hall of Fame. We'll squeak him in there. If you have any problems with that, let me know in the comments. But I'm going to put Bart in that Hall of Fame. Yes, Polt is controlling him. Yes, it's not fair when Polt is controlling a Reaper because they're so much better than most other Reapers that we see. But still, Bart. That is it. Revelation is on these medevacs. Polt can't sneak these anywhere. How much longer is that going to last? I don't know, but it's enough. It's enough to where, well, trying to kill that Oracle, and does get the Oracle. That is the move Polt loves to do, is dropping... Ouch, that one died for no reason there. Is dropping the Marines out of medevacs and killing Overlords, killing things that are flying by using the boost to drop the Marines in front of them. It's some pretty impressive micro, in my opinion. So we have Stalkers, we have Adepts, we have Sentries here trying to deal with what's going on with Polt. Polt is actually sitting in the middle of the map, maybe waiting for that Revelation to wear off. Yeah, waiting for Revelation to wear off and moving up and actually boosting away from PtitDrogo's base. A single Stalker does scout it out, sees exactly where the Terrans are, hoofs it on up the ramp to that natural base, is going to try to set up a concave. And Polt's just going to walk right up this ramp. I don't know, man. The force fields could be good here. Great force fields! Catching several Marines there. Some do get picked up and boosted away by a medevac, but a bunch of them died in that particular location, specifically 4, which is nicely done. A third base coming up by Polt at the natural spot for the third base to the right of the main. And just Marines and Widow Mines heading on out here. +1 attack on the way for Polt. He is getting SCVs. A robotics facility is being warped in by PtitDrogo. And where is that getting warped in? At the natural base. Third base is up and running very happily. It has a bunch of pylons for photon overcharge. Has a single photon cannon. in the mineral line, and 3 more gateways under construction by PtitDrogo inside the main base. So nicely defended by PtitDrogo so far. Polt has been a little bit less aggressive than I expect from him in this in this game to this point. So we'll see. He's got Liberators in defensive mode at his own ramp, leading up into his natural base. There are Widow Mines here. I mean, this is as turtley as Polt gets. I mean, he's definitely not a turtler. Not usually, but in this particular situation, he's playing defense super hard, and I don't know why. PtitDrogo is getting a robotics facility, so possibly disruptors on the way, but Polt's getting a fusion core right here at the natural base, and I think that might just be for the additional range for the Liberator Defender mode. I don't think we're going to see battle cruisers here in a professional game at Dreamhack, but seems moderately possible. Revelation getting tossed on down. Widowmine killing the Oracle anyway here at the natural base. That hurts. So Fusion Core is up. Tech Lab is being added on to the starport, and the Tech Lab is complete. And immediately we see Advanced Ballistics. Come on, don't make me a liar, Polt. That's why you got the Fusion Core, is for Advanced Ballistics. And making 3 more Liberators. Really heavy on the Liberators. There it is. Advanced Ballistics increasing the range of Defender modes of Liberators by 4. Alright, so PtitDrogo is moving out just a little bit across the map. He's kind of spread all over the place. He has Adepts, he has Stalkers. They're kind of trailing each other, not really in one cohesive unit, which seems like a problem. PtitDrogo is now going for a Fleet Beacon, recognizing the number of Liberators that are on the field. He's going to go try to do this with Tempest, which I cannot disagree with. And a Marine trying to scout things out here at a potential 5th base for PtitDrogo. Does not see one. Warp Prism picking up some Adepts. And, I mean, PtitDrogo is just kind of playing map control right now. I don't know if that works, but you can't really attack into the Liberators unless you're really good with your Blink Stalkers or you have Tempest, which are being double pumped. He also has Disruptors on the way, so PtitDrogo playing this well. I like the Disruptor usage for the ground against Polt and the Tempest just to snipe down the Liberators from long distance. We'll see if this works out. I mean, the idea is that you take down the Liberators from distance, you try to bait the Marines and Marauders out to try to get rid of the Tempest, right? They come up, and then a Disruptor Ball comes into them and they explode. The problem is Polt is really good at splitting against those, really good at dodging them. And I would be surprised if we saw more than 1 or 2 really big Disruptor hits in this game. Ground Armor level 1 just now completing for PtitDrogo. His ground units now have +1/+1, and the +1 attack has completed for the Marines and the Marauders, with +1 armor coming up, as well as combat shield right now. Adepts for like I said, PtitDrogo's army is just kind of disparate right now. They're all over the place. They're not really that close together. Big attack right here, though. Purification Nova coming right on in. Polt stims away, dodges it immediately on the ramp leading up to the main area in the middle here. Liberator count is getting a little bit scary. There are currently 10 Liberators, 23 Marines, and 16 Marauders for Polt. PtitDrogo has 18 Adepts, as there was an Adept drop. Crud, did I miss that? Oh, shoot. Did I do that right? Yeah, there's an Adept drop here at the 3rd base. Going after SCVs, not worried about the Marines or the Marauders, trying to take them down, and they end up getting 9 SCV kills. It's 53 to 68 workers right now. PtitDrogo is out macroing Polt. It's 3 bases to 4. The 4th base now warping in for PtitDrogo at kind of a weird location here on the low ground just outside that 3rd base. But I guess it's compact and kind of easy to defend that way. Widow Mines try to come in, and they get focused out immediately here on that high ground that PtitDrogo has been holding. Again, I think he has map control. The Liberators show up, though, with all the Defender mode circles in the entire world. Get out of there, army, run! Oh, they can't. They're stuck. Nope, just kidding. They're not stuck, but a Disruptor gets killed by a Liberator. Don't see that every day. Sending in a Purification Nova doesn't hit much of anything. Polt is now the aggressor, sending in all of the Defender mode circles, forcing that army back and back and back. Disruptors are taking shots. The army's coming up to threaten that 4th base. The Tempest trying to kill the Liberator, but there are so many of them. The Marines and Marauders going in and trying to attack that 4th, doing so well. The 4th base ends up exploding. PtitDrogo loses it, and Polt decides it is time to retreat. Time to get out of there. PtitDrogo is also working on Colossus. I know people in the comments have said, as soon as I saw Colossus, I knew the result of this game, which just means that the Protoss was going to lose. But I gotta say, PtitDrogo is doing all the right things right now. I think he needs more Tempest, and he's working on it. He's double pumping them. Does he have upgrades for these things on the way? I don't think so. Immediately replanting his 4th. Polt, I don't see a 4th base for him anywhere. He's trying to land it. Actually, at the opposite end of the map to where PtitDrogo's is. The Tempests are trying to get rid of these Liberators and doing okay with it, killing one and killing two. There are enough of them to send a volley, a group of volleys to one-shot those Tempests. So doing pretty good so far. Polt is working on Viking production to deal with the Tempest. Excellent decision by him. There are 3 Vikings and 3 more on the way, being triple pumped right now. Tempest still happening. Colossus still on the way for PtitDrogo. He has 1. He's making more. He's getting ground armor. He's not getting extended thermal lance, which I'm a little bit confused by. I don't know why you go Colossus not get extended thermal lance. The range is very important indeed. Small hit squad by Polt, trying to come up this right side of the map, but to get scouted by an Adept, which is evaporated, but the scouting information, the harm has been done. And now PtitDrogo knows that Polt is trying to sneak up on this right side. Templar Archives coming up for PtitDrogo. I think that's going to be for Archons, not necessarily for Storm. Although I like Storm. I like Storm in PvT a little bit more, I think, than most people do who play Protoss. Oracle does toss down a Revelation on the army on the left side of the map for Polt. The army on the right side is trying to hide, trying to sneak around. PtitDrogo does split up his units fairly well and then decides to regroup them instead, bringing the Colossus to meet up with the Tempest and the Adepts and the Stalkers here. It's +2 armor, +1 attack right now for PtitDrogo. +2 attack is on the way, continuing to make Tempest. He has 10. He's working on 12. Viking count to Liberator count is 9 Vikings to 6 Liberators. Trying to sneak up on this left side while the hit squad for Polt is on the right side. PtitDrogo, I think he forgot about this or something. No, he did send some Adepts to defend his natural base against this, but he's forcing the issue on the left side of the map. PtitDrogo trying to take out those units from a long distance. It's just the attack speed of Tempest is not very good. You gotta focus on those air units, man. There we go, taking out a Viking. Oracle gets taken out as well. All the defender mode circles are up, but PtitDrogo is doing a good job staying outside of them. Hit squad by Polt is assaulting that natural base, but like I said, the Adepts are there and the Adepts are ready to go. They do force Polt back, so it's 4 base to 4 base right now. 58 to 66 Harvesters. The Probes have the lead right now. Again, in favor of PtitDrogo. No upgrades on the Tempest. I don't think he really needs them at this point. And it's going to be Storm for PtitDrogo. This 4th base by Polt is in a lot of trouble right now. Can he save it? Disruptors. He disrupted the front lines, getting taken down by the responding forces. And that is very bad for PtitDrogo. The Colossus are trying to be used against these biological units and doing a fairly good job of it. Again, forcing Polt back. The repair got that planetary fortress up to 100% health. Hit squad by Polt is at the 4th base of PtitDrogo. The Adepts show up, though, with some Stalker support and manage to clean everything out. Meanwhile, the Vikings and the Liberators directly attacking the Oracles. That is not what you want to see. And the Colossus. The Colossus are gone. The Tempest count is slowly dwindling right now. Adepts and Stalkers trying to come in to deal with these units. The defender mode circles are up. PtitDrogo needs to be focusing down the Liberators. Don't worry about the Vikings right now. The Blink Stalkers, though, they go in, they clear out every single one of the Liberators. They are gone. The Viking count looking fairly low too, but all of the Oracles are gone. That's the last one. And can the Vikings get rid of the Mothership Core too? No. Mothership Core does show up. It's 121 to 136 total supply. PtitDrogo is up. Can these Adepts and Stalkers deal with this planetary fortress? I don't know. They have +2/+2, which is pretty darn good. They're just going right after SCVs. Just murdering SCVs at this point. Adepts trying to finish that transfer right on top of the biological units. The Stalkers coming on in, attacking. Vikings for Polt are landing, and it's enough. The Adepts do get killed, and the recall gets canceled. Oh, PtitDrogo tried to get home with that Mothership Core, but they killed the core before the recall could finish. And the Stalkers are left to go home on their own. So 6 SCVs have been killed so far. It is 7 probes lost to 18 SCVs lost. PtitDrogo has the better economy. He's working on more Colossus. He's working on Storm. He has a good number of Templar right now, 6 of them, which seems very nice indeed. Production tab shows Marauders, Marauders, and more Marauders out of Polt, which is great. Storm's not as good against them. They're really good against Colossus. Pretty much everything that PtitDrogo is trying to do and is countered by these Marauders. So probes, long distance mining or transferring. Where are you guys going? Okay, probes transferring to this new 5th base that PtitDrogo has coming up to exactly to the left and through the rocks of that 3rd base that PtitDrogo has to the north. Another drop by Polt heading on out here. And once again, an Adept is here to scout this, to see exactly where Polt is sending his forces. So if PtitDrogo is paying attention, he knows where this attack is going to happen. Adept versus Marine in the bottom right side of the map. Adept's going to win that every single day of the week, especially considering the upgrades and the upgrade advantage. Our +3 armor is done, working on +3 attack. How are these biological? +2/+2 for the Marines. +3 attack is on the way. So PtitDrogo should have a small window in which he's able to actually out-upgrade Polt, which is, I mean, it feels like a rarity in my personal opinion here. Moving right on up with the Colossus, with the Tempest, and here come the Liberator Stalkers right on top of them. Storms forcing them away, forcing them back. Again, Polt has that small army of Marines and Marauders and 3 medevacs on the right side of the map. We'll keep an eye on them as well. Colossus marching across here too, right past that 4th base of PtitDrogo. And here comes the attack by Polt. He's going to get picked up. Is he going to be picked up? All right, he's not going to be picked up. That's fine. Just hanging out on that right side. PtitDrogo too, just defending that 4th and by proxy defending the 5th base. It's a pretty good spot to be if you want to defend your newly constructed bases. PtitDrogo building a pylon right next to the army of Polt. Polt decides to back off just a little bit there. Stalker versus Marine, and Stalker wins. Because again, the upgrades are super good right now. +3 ship weapons being researched by Polt right now, though. He's not messing around. And here he comes, Marine Marauders, Vikings, Liberators, SCVs here too. PtitDrogo going to knock down this debris. At least open up the debris. Trying to take a 6th base is PtitDrogo, but the army has showed up at the 5th. And there are a lot of Vikings and a lot of Liberators here. Archon Storms trying to do what he can, but PtitDrogo is stuck on the low ground. Storm's trying to take down the Vikings, but the Marine and Marauder army doing a great job against this base. They do take down the 5th. It explodes. And the Liberators just taking out this ramp. There's not much that PtitDrogo can do against it. He's trying to use Tempest, and he's doing okay with it. The army on the right side takes out a Colossus, takes out some warping in Adepts. This is not looking good for PtitDrogo. Some Archons trying to get some shots off there. Again, they have +3 attack, 47 damage versus biological. Polt does manage to take down that 5th, as previously mentioned. The 6th base in the top right is still there, but there's a Marine shooting at it as Polt decides to retreat and head on back home. So I'm not sure what Polt is doing right now. I feel like he had a pretty overwhelming advantage. It's 183 to 142 total supply. Ah, crud. A probe transfer going to that 6th base gets cut by Marines and Marauders. Bunch of probes die there. PtitDrogo's reaction time is pretty good, but the Marines and the Marauders do manage to take out that 6th Nexus. No problem. +3/+2. Having been completed on them. They might be a little bit trapped. The Colossus again trying to burn them down, but here comes the air squad. Liberators and Vikings just taking out everything that is here. The Colossus are hit by them. The Tempests are hit by them. Storms are trying to take these guys out, but it's just not enough. Archon here is desperately attacking from below and does manage to get rid of all of the Liberators, but the Viking count is so stinking high. Another great storm on the Vikings. Not quite enough to kill them, though. Colossus exploding, falling left and right. 6 Colossus have been killed so far. Adepts trying to come in and deal with this biological group here. Very low on health are these Marauders, and they do end up falling. Yes, the Adepts win that battle, but an attack on the right side by Polt going to take out the natural base of PtitDrogo, and that's it. A good game well played. Good game well played by PtitDrogo, and Polt is victorious. Wow. That was a little bit different from your standard TVP, I would say. We saw a lot of Liberators, a lot of Vikings. We saw Colossus. And again, if you go Colossus, you're not gonna have a good time, is what they say. Who is that? The ski instructor in South Park? It's like, if you're going to go Colossus, you're going to have a bad time. And he's right. 6 Colossus died, 19 Tempest died, 49 Adepts, 29 Stalkers. On the Terran side of things, 25 Vikings did get killed, 26 Liberators, 42 Marauders, and 98 Marines. So again, PtitDrogo had it. I feel like he was good. He was good. I feel like if he'd gone for Storm instead of Colossus, when he decided to go for Colossus, he might have been in a better spot. But it's just he didn't have anything really to deal with the Vikings while the Tempests were trying to take out the Liberators. And in the end, too many Nexuses died. 4 of them. That's a lot of Nexus. That's a lot of dead Nexuses. And Polt gets the win. So nicely done by Polt. He gets the victory, and that's it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.